Okay, today I will be presenting my final presentation on cardiac muscle. What is the muscular system? The muscular system is an organ system including the skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, and cardiac muscle. This organ system is very important because it allows the body to move, allows the blood in the body to circulate, and also maintains posture. What does the muscular system consist of? The muscular system includes the skeletal muscle, which is striated in form and is under the voluntary control of the somatic nervous system. Skeletal muscle is usually attached to bone by a bundle of collagen fibers called tendons. Cardiac muscle, also called the heart muscle, is striated in form and controls the involuntary beating of the heart. This muscle is the main tissue of the walls of the heart and is only found in the heart. Muscle tissue, smooth muscle tissue. This muscle is not striated and can be found in the walls of hollow organs throughout the body, such as the digestive system. The smooth muscles help contract and retract to push the food through. How is cardiac muscle different from the other muscle types? Cardiac muscle can only be found in the heart. Cardiac muscle, along with smooth muscle, is involuntary responses such as beating of the heart and blood circulating through the arteries. Cardiac muscle only has one nucleus. Cardiac muscle, along with skeletal muscle, is striated in appearance, and cardiac muscle is joined together by intercalated discs. What organ consists of the cardiac muscle? The heart is the one and only that consists of the cardiac muscle. Microscopic level of the heart. Unlike skeletal muscle fibers, cardiac myocytes are not long, thin cylinders. A study shows that individual cardiomyocytes are rarely ever longer than 20 micrometers squared, which is 1/1,000,000th of a meter. They're about 5 times as long as they are wide. Understanding things such as how the heart functions at a microscopic level can help us understand how to treat diseases such as heart disease. The heart, anatomical location. The heart is located intermediate to the lungs, caudal to the sternum, and superior to the diaphragm. The heart weighs about 250 to 300 grams, and the heart center is located about 1.5 centimeters to the left of the mid-sagittal plane. Cells and tissues present in the heart. The heart muscle, or cardiac muscle, is an extremely specialized and complex tissue type, which can only be found in the heart. There are 2 different types of cells in the heart tissue, the cardiomyocytes and cardiac pacemaker cells. The cardiomyocytes make up the aorta and ventricles of the heart, and the cardiac pacemaker cells create rhythmic impulses, setting the pace for blood pumping. Functions of the heart. The main functions of the heart are to transport important nutrients, remove metabolic waste such as carbon dioxide and nitrogenous wastes, and also transport oxygen and hormones. The heart is made up of 4 chambers, 2 aorta, and 2 ventricles. The right atrium receives oxygen-poor blood from the body and pumps it to the right ventricle. The right ventricle pumps the oxygen-poor blood from the lungs. Left atrium receives oxygen-rich blood from the lungs and pumps it to the left ventricle. And the left ventricle pumps the oxygen-rich blood to the body. Embryology of the heart. The human embryo heart begins beating about day 22 to 23. The heart forms initially in the embryonic disc as a simple paired tube inside the forming pericardial cavity. A very important part of embryonic heart development is the separation into multiple chambers, 4 chambers. Heart defects may become apparent at this time. Adult versus pediatric heart. Although a pediatric heart is smaller in size compared to a full-grown adult, does not mean it does not work just as hard. The average resting/sleeping heart rate for a child is about 60 beats per minute and can be up to 220 beats per minute during physical activity. The average resting/sleeping heart rate for an adult can be between 60 to 100 beats per minute and can be up to 175 to 220 beats per minute during physical activity. Why is homeostasis important? We all know homeostasis is important, but why do we need it to stay alive? All of our organs work together, meaning if one system fails, the other system will have to work in overtime to make up for it. Our body can only do this for so long before it has had enough and eventually stops working altogether. Maintaining homeostasis is important because we need it for things such as maintaining our body temperature, saltwater concentration, and food intake. Without homeostasis, our organ systems would eventually fail. What could happen if our heart stops working? The first thing you would probably think is death. SCA, sudden cardiac arrest, is the correct answer. SCA occurs when the heart suddenly stops beating and performing necessary functions such as pumping oxygenated blood through our brain and other organs. Diseases associated with the heart. Cardiomyopathy is a disease of the heart muscle in which the heart is abnormally enlarged, thickened, and/or stiffened. As a result, the heart's ability to pump blood is weakened. Congestive heart failure. The heart is either too weak or stiff to effectively pump blood through the body. Shortness of breath and leg swelling are common symptoms. Coronary artery disease. Cholesterol plaques can narrow the arteries supplying blood to the heart. The narrowed arteries are at higher risk for complete blockage from a sudden blood clot, which is a heart attack. Heart attack or a myocardial infarction. A coronary artery is suddenly blocked, starved of oxygen, and part of the heart muscle dies. Arrhythmias and a normal heart rhythm due to changes in the conduction of electrical impulses through the heart. Some arrhythmias are benign, but others are life-threatening. I hope you liked my presentation. Thank you very much.